mentioned about coming on to BigCommerce, and we'd love to transition the conversation there. Look, obviously there are a lot of elephants in the rooms here. You've been a big Shopify supporter for many years, and you will continue to be due to relationships, the opinion of the product, and as far as that's concerned, you have a big task ahead of you. In a world where Shopify is going to continue to be a big player, that's sort of like on one hand of the equation. The other hand, it's like, even if you listen to Toby, the CEO of Shopify, he's like, there's going to be multiple winners. Like, commerce is not a monoculture. I don't care what market you go to. It's not in the US market. It's certainly not in Europe. There's a lot more diversity in the European market than there is in the US market. And so I would almost ask this question like in a different way, which is, where's the white space in the North American market that you are excited about as you look ahead in the next year or so?
I mean, specifically to Big, I think what I like about the strategy, again, they've made a couple of acquisitions. I think the Fido acquisition is absolutely brilliant. I think the Makeswift acquisition is actually super brilliant as well, in the sense that there is I think they're more opinionated, and I don't want to speak for them, but at least from my own opinion in reading a lot of the materials and what's come out, they're becoming more opinionated, what I think is important around the tech approach and the strategy of the product. And I think a lot of that was accurately reflected in the wave. Some of it wasn't as accurately, and I think all the platforms would probably agree. So I think that's super interesting. I think, to Toby's point, and I don't want to quote him, but he's right. Like, there's not going to be one winner in all of this. And let's be honest. I mean, we all follow commerce. We've all been in the space for a while. I mean, everyone's had their day in the sun. I mean, just look to the history to predict the future. I mean, listen, Blue Martini was the cat's ass back in, 2008, 9, 10, whatever. Cold Fusion even had its day in the sun. ATG did until they got bought. Hybris did until they got bought. I mean, Demandware did before they got bought. I mean, Magento did before they got bought.
Even WebSphere kicking it for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, now it's HCL. I mean, Sterling's still a great OMS. I mean, listen, I think all those platforms have been fantastic at their own day and time. I would argue, I don't think Salesforce and Adobe are winning new market share. And that's not disrespect to Salesforce or Adobe. I don't think Salesforce is a commerce company. I think they're a CRM company that occasionally masquerades as a commerce company, and they'll buy something else and masquerade as something else. And I don't mean it disrespectfully. There are people that have bought into that and will stay on that, and it's perfect for their business and good for them. I don't think that's the white space. I think there are a lot of branded manufacturers on the D2C side in particular in North America. Look at the Demandware playbook. I think there are a lot of branded manufacturers, small, mid, and large. Some have retail elements. They masquerade as retailers sometimes and have their own brick and mortar. Some sell other stuff, whatever. I think that is an opportunity to take market share in either better technical vision around composability and things like that may be more future-proofed. I think that needs to be nuanced and mapped to market, and I think market will catch up. I also think B2B still has a ton of long tail, particularly in mid-market B2B, heavy, big industrial SAP stuff. I mean, listen, say what you want about SAP. It is a very capable platform for heavy B2B. We know it's arduous, it's expensive, it's all of those things, but it does what it's intended to do. I don't think that's the B2B market share everyone's going after. Maybe Spryker is in markets, but I think mid-market B2B, I think branded manufacturing, I think there's some niches, MLM, there's a few others. And I think with the Big's pricing model and some of the vision, I think there's a real opportunity to be truly the lowest TCO out there and the best visionary at the same time. And that's nothing against Shopify. Listen, I have a tremendous amount of respect for everybody there. It has been the most enriching on a personal level part of my career. I think Bobby Morrison is fantastic. I think Harley is charismatic. I mean, there are a lot of really talented, good people there and a lot of really good, talented agency partners and ecosystem partners and things like that. But
now you need to kick their ass.
I'm looking forward to competing. Listen, we all play sports or gamble or do whatever. Like, of course, you want to win. And I think there's enough market share for us to win and win meaningfully. And the advantage we have is, we're not battling an $80 billion market cap with very aggressive growth numbers. And, I think there's a tremendous amount of upside. I think the product, based on the direction and the quality of it, is has a tremendous amount of upside in taking market share. And that is what's so exciting, is to have an opportunity to be part of that is really exciting, quite frankly.
Awesome.